In the upper right, we've got our Protoss player. One of only 3 Protoss players left. Can he get through? We'll see soon. He is.
Squirtle.
And in the bottom left, we've got our Zerg player playing phenomenally in that last game. Great defense he is.
I've already seen something that points to Squirtle being a bit stressed as well.
Yeah.
You always hit the pylon on 9, of course.
Oh, he hit it on 10?
It just barely on 9, basically. Like, it was a late 9. He actually didn't send his probe down at the exact time that you would. And the thing is, he practices all day long. Okay, this is not something you miss. You know exactly the moment to send your probe. So
that means he's a bit
throwing that out there. Yeah, a little bit.
And this is not
he's
us
got a lot
digging
on
too
his
deep,
mind.
guys. I mean, if you have that first probe out there late, that means you're not focused.
Yeah, it's not the hardest thing in the world to actually get your beginning build order just right. It's all
probably one of the easiest things to do in StarCraft. So
yeah.
That's not good.
Well, not that it will affect anything in the game other than, you know.
It just says slight rhythm early on. And of course, it can affect you psychologically if your first pylon is a little bit late and you're like, oh my god, I already got my first pylon late.
Yeah. Going next for that forge. Probably to throw down a pylon. This is the way Squirtle likes to do it. Some people still like the pylon block, some people do not. He is one that does. And we're going to have to wait a little bit to see exactly what Squirtle wants to do here. My prediction is Stargate play. Stargate, 3-base timing, 4th behind, etc.
I got to agree with you.
So on and
I
so
think
forth.
get a Void Ray out and just push out. You know, it's kind of like the Game 2 in our first series where Squirtle pushed out with that Void Ray and he just dominated. I mean, it didn't look like Sybil had much of a chance. If we're on a map like this, I'm going to go that route too.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, well, I should just beat him in a normal game. I don't need to do anything fancy to take this guy out. And if you don't need to do anything fancy to beat somebody in a match that matters, do not do something fancy. Do not take a risk.
That's true.
Do not try to be overly creative. You just go through the motions, you win, you move on in the tournament.
One thing that worries me, though, ooh, I like that hiding
Okay,
spot.
you can't even see it.
No. The one thing that does worry me, though, is that if he goes for the 3-base timing, if Symbol focuses his energy on stopping a 3-base timing, like if he sees a 3rd base go up, I feel like if Symbol is just like, okay, I'm going to stop 3-base. Maybe Zealot timing, maybe, you know, the Charge Zealot attack with Archons, maybe the Stalker attack. Of course, both with the Colossus. But anyways, if he focuses on that and gets into the Supreme late game, that's where Symbol shines. And this map is so good, Supreme late game, Zerg vs. Protoss, because you clog up everything with that 4th base location by sunkening that up. It clogs a lot of different routes that Protoss can go down, which makes it very hard to actually kill Zerg off, because then they can, you know, and the thing is, Symbol will guard his main, he'll guard his 5th in superb ways, and it's going to take something like what we saw from MC, that ridiculous play that he was doing.
Yeah.
Mass Void Ray, Mothership, Psy Storm, Colossus, Carrier.
Yeah.
And is that something that Squirtle's good with right now? We don't know, because we haven't seen him do it. We know he's good with Carrier, but with that exact composition, it's not just Carrier. So, Stargate coming up. I like how he's doing his tech before the Stalker and before Warp Gate. Thing is, it's easier to actually scout exactly what his tech is because the Stalker's a bit later, but he gets the tech out quicker. So there's little trade-offs. And the thing is, let's say Squirtle goes the next round and plays the Zerg. The Zerg will look at this and say, oh, okay, as his core is finishing, I should send an Overlord through. And then he'll know exactly what tech Squirtle's going for.
Well, Stargate's done. You think if there's any chance of Phoenix's first, or is he just going to go for the Void Ray?
Well, he's been favoring Void Ray a lot, but I like Phoenix's first, so I'm going to... He could. Well,
Void Ray Void Ray it is.
Okay.
Now he will use the Void Ray to clean up most of the Overlords on the map. We'll probably get some Phoenixes out. Along with this, we have seen some people get multiple Void Rays and then do an all-in. I don't think that's going to happen this time. I'd be really surprised.
If Squirtle puts all his eggs in the Void Ray all-in basket, I'll be very surprised.
Yeah, same.
Because eggs will go bad if you charge up.
All right, takes out that Ling. This is simply what we call applying pressure. This is not intended to kill drones or win the game. He's trying to scare the Zerg into making Zerglings instead of drones, and then he leaves. If he kills the Queen, though, that would be pretty good.
Yeah, even just weakening the Queen is really quite nice when you're going for Void Ray Phoenix, because then you kill it quicker. Oh my god.
No, Squirtle!
Squirtle is going to be very sad about this. Those two Stalkers are not supposed to go down. First off, they're supposed to do a decent amount of damage. Second off, not supposed to go down, so Squirtle is in trouble here. Everything he's done has been just slightly off.
All right, we do not have a Phoenix, actually. Oh, no, we do, but we don't have a second Phoenix.
Oh, he just started it.
Okay, all right, now we know what's going on. Yeah, there was a little bit of downtime when he lost those Stalkers. He wasn't making that second Phoenix. It was a bit confusing. All right, so the Robo-Bay coming down here now. He is going to try to probably take a third here pretty soon. But, yeah, as you said, he lost that Stalker. That's actually really bad. The other one was bruised fairly badly. We'll see if the Void Ray can do any damage, but instead he's going towards the main here.
Yeah, well, you know, I think he's going to try to harass the 4th base area of Symbol, as we've seen from him before. Hydralisk Den being made. Cool, okay. So,
a little bit of Stefano style perhaps coming in here.
yeah, you know, we do see from time to time good Zerg players go for some Hydralisk Roach. But the thing is, if you scout it well and figure out what's going on, you can just continually mass units and deal with it, because, you know, force fields are very, very good against something like this. And eventually you get splash out, and they're so stuck on layer tech with no infestors that they have no real good late game. So, yeah, he's getting the groove spine, so he's definitely going for it.
All right, he's clearing out the 3rd base over here.
Do you think he's going to...
Yep.
Do you think he's going to do just a timing attack on the 3rd base of Squirtle?
He could, but, you know, if you look, the creep isn't really pushed out that way, so it is going to be a pretty long trip. But to be frank, you know, if you go, somebody goes for Void Ray Phoenix openings, Hydra's just beat this. Yeah. There's no, like, oh, send your Phoenixes in, they're going to buy time. Not really, bro. Yeah. So, you know, he could. I mean, I think for sure he doesn't want to go into Lake. Did he see that Hydra? He did not, right?
I think he's... Oh, there you go. He sees them now. Okay, so he sees them. Sometimes it's good to try to pick off rallies, like out of the main base. Like a couple Hydras pop out, you just kill them. Oh, okay. So he suspects that this rush is coming. This is really good that he canceled that. You normally think, oh no, you canceled, that's too bad. But this attack that Symbol's setting up is something that he wasn't prepared for. He doesn't have the type of army that you need yet to kill that off, so he needs to mass more units. He's getting more upgrades, Blink, going up for Colossus tech. Thing is, I feel like he needs some more units in this. He does not have a whole lot right now going on for him.
Okay, now this is, you know, where the, Symbol's got to shift gears where he says, oh, okay, he's not going to get the 3rd. Now, when he turns back around with the Hydras, remember the Hydras are so slow off of creep that you could probably expand again after you get your Colossus out. Yeah.
Now, something really peculiar just happened. We saw Squirtle move out like he was going to attack, go back, kill the unit on the watchtower. He made Symbol actually walk all the way home. And, of course, he had canceled his Nexus. So he actually forced into a situation where the fight isn't happening yet. Because he doesn't want to go down there. He doesn't want to defend right this second. He wants to buy some extra time, get those extra units out.
All right, now the 3rd's going to be taken. Now, this is still a very sizable army here. I mean, it's 123 supplied to 175.
He'll probably have to cancel. Oh, very nice catch on those Phoenixes, but in the meantime,
all right, he should actually aboard. He should evacuate right now. Not good force fields either. Yeah. Roaches slip right by.
Not surprised to see this canceled again. That was not going to quite work with that many units coming out. At this point, he still has his 4 Phoenixes, so that's good. Those can still be a little bit useful.
Now, Zerg probably will not take a 4th base right away. He needs to stay on 3 base and keep powering.
Agreed.
Oh, now and then we both agree on that. He's taking the 4th right now. Okay.
I mean,
that could be a little bit dicey, though. He doesn't have a lot of money.
Yeah, I think he's going to keep on making the units instead of... He can have another hatch. I don't think that's the big thing. But the thing is, Squirtle could possibly decide to go into like a 2-base all-in.
Oh, okay. See what he's going to do? He's going to take the 4th. He's going to make Spine Crawlers here, then move him up to the 4th base and just turtle.
Yeah. Wait, that's 9 spores. That's to remake
I'm sorry,
units.
those are spores.
Yeah, no, he's going to cancel all of those.
Sick.
Yeah, so now he's 209 against 200, 209 of 200 rather, sorry. We do have the Hive on the way. Squirtle's...
This is a really cool build, actually. It's like a really unique 3-base timing here.
Yeah, and...
Where you actually are at 208 or 209 supply to the 153. You have more units in the game intended for you to have.
Yeah.
By making units and then canceling them.
If he can target down those Colossi, then that is
just
bad news for Squirtle.
Yeah.
His army is getting pretty darn good, but a decent chunk of that is Zealots, which aren't going to help too much in the upcoming battle.
Is he not going to engage? I think he has to engage.
No. Yeah. With the force fields coming up, those Zealots are going to close and get hit by things.
He needs to get those Phoenixes over there to just buy time for the Colossi.
Oh god, here we go. Tases from the side. We have the Corruptors going in. Zealots going forward. Those will be killed in a matter of seconds.
One Colossus does go down, moving around now to the other side. See the next Colossus, it goes down too. One more Colossus remains being hit, but there are not enough Corruptors now being pushed back, but is one Colossus enough? Hitting just a Roaches on the far right. Too many Roaches, too many Hydras. One Immortal in the front will go down. Well, it won't.
Oh,
okay, now it does go down. Now you can regroup. Now remember, there was a lot of money here for the Zerg, so he can start to remake this. He's already at 174 supply to 103.
Yeah. Well, he is cleaning up quite a bit more right here without too many losses. But we do have a ton of Roaches, ton of Lings, and Corruptors on the way. Greater Spire as well. So this is really tough from Squirtle. What does he do here? With the Greater Spire on the way, he's on a clock.
This is actually a really smart build from Symbol.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it quite done like this, but I really like it.
Yeah, it's very well done.
Yep, your Phoenix, get out of there. I think he just actually runs him over here. The second Colossus, okay, the second Colossus is out, which is good. He has, sorry, dude, I gotta use your keyboard. He has 6 Corruptors, which is not an ungodly amount. Do you think he could actually...
I really like these Immortals he's making. He's making another Mortal. He still has his Void Ray. He has an army that's very good against Roaches right now.
Yeah.
You know, the Colossi will probably go down in the first battle, but yeah, because there's more on the way. He actually needs to move out very soon, very, very soon.
You mean Symbol does, or Squirtle does?
Squirtle does, because Symbol right now, he's going to get his broods soon, but right now Squirtle has an anti-roach army, so if he moves in, starts to crush his army, and reinforces non-stop before Broodlords and just has a ton of Blink Stalkers left over at the end, he can still take this.
I think actually though, if Squirtle tries to push out, because you could see this is exactly what I was talking about, the Spine Crawlers, that's what I thought, those are spines earlier for the Spores. He could just keep countering and hitting this base like we see. Well, if there were no units there, he would have been doing just that.
Oh, no.
All right, this is exactly what he wanted to do. Just keep the Protoss at home and keep him defending. Okay, not good.
These are the worst things that could happen to him right now.
These are like the 2 worst things that could happen.
Well, what this does is this forces him to attack. He must go and attack immediately right now.
I think he loses,
The broods are ready. Yeah, the broods are ready. The spines are ready.
This is checkmate. I think. I mean, we'll see. We'll see, guys. He can still push out and do something, but...
I believe you're right, and the thing is he has another Immortal popping out, which is not going to be useful anymore because of all the Broodlords. Broodlords with Immortals, I mean, that's... He has no idea about the timing of the broods, which is painful as well.
He can deny the Protoss army from going down through the kind of bottom center location of the second base. Oh,
God,
look
look at
that
this.
fast.
Symbol is so smart. This is what we were talking about, Supreme late game. Look at him. He's just laying down spine after spine, knowing all he has to do.
He's doing another counter here with the Roaches to take this out. So, yeah, man.
He does not have an army that can kill these broods, not when they're under spines. Not going to happen. Well, he's killing off as much as he can right now, but those broodlings are taking up a lot of these shots.
There's not even enough anti-air here to keep the Colossus alive.
Yeah.
And that's probably going to be GG. Just he did it perfectly. He did that counterattack. Not that one, but the one prior to that, and he just made an invincible wall. Yeah, this is like the most impossible situation for him. Well, let's face it, Symbol deserves to go on. He definitely played better. GG. Wow. Cool really too bad for Squirtle, but Symbol very happy about his victory, showing that he still is one of the best Zergs in the whole world, even if everyone's talking about DRG in life. And so, talk about a narrow escape there for Symbol. He was crushed by Squirtle the first time. And they knocked him. Yes. He was crushed by Squirtle the first time and managed to get his revenge. Squirtle is now out of Kodas, leaving us only 2 Protosses left.
That's right. 2 more Protosses. Can one of them make it in? That's a question on everyone's mind. Between MC and Parting, I'd say there's a good chance.
Yeah, I mean, we got the 2 best Protosses besides Squirtle, so we'll see. Well, congratulations, Symbol. You go on to the round 8 along with Sulky.
Yep. Pretty stellar games today, guys. You know, it's too bad. Squirtle definitely played some amazing games earlier on, but Symbol came back for the win, showing how strong he is if you don't kill him with the timing. Sulky, of course, impressing the most today, taking down Marine King and Squirtle, getting out in first place.
Wow. Squirtle and Sulky, by the way, that series, our 3rd series, was absolutely a real treat to cast.
I feel like all these series today were treats to cast.
They really
enjoyed
were.
Each game today.
All right. Next week, Thursday, join us for MC Curious, Gumiho, and Lucira.
That is a pretty insane group. MC the Boss Toss showing us that he's kind of back to his old thing where he's inventing the new Protoss strategies. For a while there, he was just relying on older ones, and now he's showing some new styles. Can he take out Curious and make Curious go through the up and downs once again?
By the way, I was amazed at how many people have been showing up to our studio now.
Yeah, a lot of people today.
Considering it is colder than
Space?
hell.
Deep
Space. Yeah, that was something I was looking for.
Space.
Deep space. Yeah. Wear a jacket, man.
Yeah.
It's deep space cold. Here's what the makeup of the round of 8 looks like so far. Innovation versus Symbol. Ready to say with me, Artosis. Tasia versus Sulky.
Tasia versus Sulky.
Okay, well, you're almost there.
Almost.
Sorry. Well, that's going to be cool. I really am curious to see what Symbol's going to try to bring out against Innovation. I don't think Symbol can beat Innovation.
No, I don't either. I think that I think Innovation's through there. Sulky Tasia could be an absolutely fantastic match. Fantastic match. Symbol is going to have his work cut out for him with the play we saw from Innovation, though.
At the bottom of our screen down here, you can see what's going to be going on throughout the rest of our tournament.
Yeah, some Code stuff going on next week as well, so you can watch StarCraft all week long.
Yeah.
And that's what's important, isn't it?
That's what's most important, is you have as much StarCraft 2 as possible. The games in round of 16 so far have been awesome.
Yeah.
I think next week it's going to be tough to match what we saw today and yesterday, but I got high hopes.
Yeah. And I mean, this round of 16 best we've ever had. I'm so thrilled with it. Every day is amazing.
Yeah. Add us on Twitter. I'm Call Me Tasteless. He is Artosis. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week. We love you. Good night.